Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shut the fuck up!
And we're live. And hello, everybody. This is Sunday, the 8th, and this is Al and Grey Cloud. Got it right this time. Kicking it for Cause. We're stepping in for him as he does the great move from an apartment to a house, and he's doing everything he possibly can. Kind of got behind, so here we are. And how is everybody today? How are you doing today?
Not bad. It's it was a good weekend and a good week mostly. Meh. But other than that, can't complain.
Well, that's a good thing. Did you get out and play some golf this week?
Actually, I did. It was a gorgeous course all the way out in Queenstown Harbor, which is let's see here, it's about an hour from where I'm at. But I got to go over the Bay Bridge, which is shitty to say the least. I mean, it goes over the Chesapeake Bay, so it's a long bridge, and the height of it is unreal.
Oh,
so yeah. So you still have people, and it was crowded. Let's see. I think I hit the bridge about 09:30ish, and it was slammed still.
Ooh. Yeah.
Usually by that time, everybody's out on the Eastern Shore or towards Ocean City and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you'd think the traffic would be a little lighter. However, it was not. So, yeah.
Well, but you got out and you disconnected, which is important.
Yeah, no, it was a good tournament. It was a good turnout. A lot of people canceled at last minute, so it kind of sucked because that makes our organization look kind of terrible.
Yeah.
To the course management and whatnot, because we say, hey, we got this many people signed up, and we can show them the roster of the people that signed up, and then nobody shows up. And so it makes our organization look bad for it, and trying to establish that for next year, because it's a great course. It's a 2-course area, so you hope that you can do that, but alas, doesn't always happen that way. So we'll see what happens next year.
Yeah, and it takes time to build stuff, and especially with the 4th of July and everything else, you just never know. Go ahead.
No, let's say I agree with you. It could have been, that could have been it. It could have been a lot of other things.
Yep.
But, if you commit to something like that, come on, just come out there and play. Holy cow.
Yeah, no kidding, right? And hello, Cynthia and Sergio and Philip. Good to see you all in the room, and invite some friends. Let's have some fun, and let's have a nice chat. I'm always open to conversation, so it's good to see y'all. And I if I look over to my side, that's because I'm checking in on y'all and seeing if anybody wants to talk to me and say hi to me.
Nobody wants to talk to you.
Yeah, I know. What the heck, right? But that's okay. And hello, Casey, and hello, Kaz, and Ellis. That's funny. I noticed I have 2 Facebooks up, and they both have different people in the chats. How odd. That's how weird Facebook is sometimes, I swear.
Well, come on. You're really going to question the Facebook logic.
Yeah, I know. Silly me, right? Well, yeah. For y'all, what I did, and I mean, going out and golfing is a good thing, and I always encourage people to disconnect. I went out camping and enjoyed my time out to a military resort on a lake, and it was fun because the neat part about, federal, you're not allowed to shoot off fireworks, but because there were surrounding RV parks, we found out that they actually put together funds during the year that is part of their 4th of July thing where they build up, I think some of them said they build up as much as $30,000 firework fund.
Jesus.
Oh, it goes on for 2 or 3 hours.
That's awesome.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful stuff. We go out there every year and just enjoy it. Kids come out, they enjoy it. It's just a wonderful show. This year we even had some other people that hadn't been out there before, and they just enjoyed the atmosphere. And I guess what I'm saying is, remember, not all military benefits are on bases. And some of those military benefits actually give you more freedom, because I mean, okay, think about this. I'm on a federal installation that's considered secure, but at the same time I'm camping. If you go to a state park or if you go to a federal park, I don't know if you've ever been RVing on one of those or camping, but you're not always so sure that you're secure.
Yeah.
I've heard stories of people cooking meth at the parks.
That doesn't happen.
No, that doesn't happen. So just remember, you have benefits, people. Get out there, disconnect. I mean, people sit there and say, well, camping in an RV is not disconnecting. You don't get great reception out there. You can't set up TV. I mean, and you remind yourself to go out and walk and interact with the other people at the RV sites. So it is a disconnect. You're doing something you normally wouldn't do. And with golfing, same thing. You're out there with people. You're running into other people. You're talking.
Really?
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll see.
And that's the whole point of disconnect. But I throw that. This is your public service announcement, just to remind you guys. That's part of what Kicking It with Cause is to remind you to relax, remind you to enjoy, disconnect every once in a while, disconnect from the news and all that stuff every once in a while, and just enjoy yourself. Makes sense, I hope. So anyway, with all that talk, I'm gonna let Mr. Gray Cloud do our first story.
Does it matter? Do you want to do them in order? Because I feel like there's one that's I want to do the one you tag number one, but there's one I want to start with first, only because it picks up from like a theme, a running theme here.
Okay, give me the number.
Let's see here. I think it's 8. Is that right? Yeah, 8.
Okay. 8's on, you're on.
All right, here we go. Because Florida strikes again. A man in Florida recently reeled in something very unexpected while fishing on his birthday Monday. George Bustamante caught a large bale of marijuana in the waters off of Pompano Beach, roughly 11 miles north of Fort Lauderdale. He told WSVN that he noticed the U.S. Coast Guard, but not before he was able to take some photos, or notified the U.S. Coast Guard, but not before he was able to take some photos of his big catch. Bustamante reportedly joked the package was his, Pablo Escobar's birthday present, while authorities dubbed it a square grouper.
You have to wonder what kind of bait this guy was using, right?
Yeah, no shit. Again, only in Florida do you yeah, only in Florida do you catch a bale of marijuana.
And hi, Doc Tiki. Good to see you in Mixer. Just doing a shout out because they gave us a shout out. Now, you have to wonder. I mean, the protocol. You sit there going, okay, I just reeled in this bale of marijuana.
What do you do at that point?
Yeah, I mean, you're stuck here. Okay, bale of marijuana. Do I cut bait and run?
Yeah. No shit.
Or do I go ahead and call it in and try very hard to explain, no, sir, it's not mine?
Yeah. Well, probably a better approach would have been to tag the location, cut, like you said, cut bait, tag the location, and then just send the location.
Yeah, and I see, I would have done that too. But either way, I mean, at least they didn't arrest him.
Yeah, that would have been really awkward.
Just a little. But so the public service announcement. You can pick up things other than fish in the ocean.
Yeah, especially, I don't know, off the coast of Florida.
Only in Florida. Goodness.
Only in Florida. And spoiler alert, this is not our only Florida story tonight.
No, it is not. People,
It is not.
they actually call these stories Florida stories. All the ones we're doing, they call them Florida stories because so many of them come out of Florida.
Yeah. No, Alice, I think that'd be catch and release at that point, because reasons. Yeah. Although you could skin it open and see what happens. Lay it open, see what's in there.
Yeah, the whole deboning thing.
Yeah.
Gee, honey, look what I caught. We're going on vacation.
Yeah. Or at least cut it open and see if there was money in it.
Yeah, no kidding, right? For all he knew, there was, hey, money? Hey, not a problem, right? Marijuana, problem, money? Gee,
Leave the leafy green. Take the other green.
Exactly. Good call on that one.
Oh. No, I didn't touch it at all. This is the way I found it.
Oh. Things to think about when you go fishing, right? If only I could run in this kind of stuff.
Shit. Well, nobody wants to run stuff up there the way you're at.
Yeah, go ahead and think that.
Nobody's running in from the ocean.
No, they're not running in from the ocean, and you're right. Since where I'm at, it's legal. Excuse me. Where I'm at, it's legal, so you don't have to worry about that whole finding bales somewhere. You have other problems like tent cities and DUIs and everything else. Hey, you laugh. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so while we're on marijuana, I'll share this marijuana story with you.
Okay.
A TTP when I was over in Bosnia was the guys growing the drugs would take if you don't know, Bosnia is still heavily mined from the civil war that happened there during the fallout of the former Yugoslavia and things like that.
Yeah.
However, so what they would do is they'd start growing. They'd grow it right there because you could grow it out in the open because the conditions were kind of good. They would take mine tape and stakes from actual fields and put them around their crop.
Oh, jeez. To keep people from walking in.
Yeah, good. Let's face it. Who's going to take that chance?
Exactly. I mean, smart, but still they've just pulled some stakes from somewhere else, so you've got a place that isn't staked. Great.
Yeah, that's basically what they were doing.
And I guess Stefan says they find bales on the beach all the time in Florida.
Really?
Boy, I think I need to take a vacation.
A fishing one at that.
Just walk along the beach, hey! Oh, the things that the people do. You just have to laugh or you want to kill them. Okay, moving on along. I'll take story one since you did another story.
Yeah, go ahead.
Strip and dip on Irish coast sets Guinness record for largest skinny dipping Okay, and I move. There we go. Several thousand women descended on an Irish beach on Saturday wearing smiles, body paint, and not much else.
Mm-hmm.
The group set a record for world's largest skinny dip. 2,505 women, all in all. Women. According to a Guinness representative who was on site, breaking the previous record of 786 set in Australia in 2015. For those who have For those who have cancer, they're taking ownership of their bodies again. A lot of women said the experience really changed their lives. Apparently, this was done for a kind of a cancer foundation thing. Participants in the swim, an annual event, raised money for Aobam's Pink Tie, a charity that supports children with cancer. Over the first 5 years, the swims raised about $180,000. A crowdfunding page showed that this year's swim had raised about $13,500 in donations. Proceeds from a registration fee of €10 per person, about $12, would also go to the charity. Featherstone told the Times that after receiving a cancer diagnosis in 2012, she tried to take the scariness out of it for everyone. She held a chemo party for friends and started a blog to chronicle her experience. After 6 months of chemotherapy and a mastectomy, Featherstone says she decided to stage a skinny dip fundraiser for cancer research and awareness. I contacted some friends and family and told them I only have one boob and I'm bald, so what's your excuse? 60 of us did the first time, and last year's event grew to 200 women. The women stayed in the water, which measured a chilling 54 degrees, for 5 minutes. 5 minutes in order to set a new record. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. So, yes.
Wow, I wish I would have got more advanced warning about this. Plan some flights. Something.
Right? I mean, come on. I mean, it's a good cause. I mean, it goes to cancer research, and that's great. I'm all for it. That's excellent. That many women? Wow.
Hold on. Hold on, I gotta do some price checking here. Stand by.
Okay.
Let's see. What are we at? Let's see. 4 weeks out would be okay. That'd be the 3rd of August. Well, I gotta make sure. Oh, that's too far. It's too far.
You're gonna see about flying in?
Hold on. Stand by. I've got to do some math here.
Okay.
Right,
for those of you who want to join the party and at least be an observer, Gray Cloud is getting your price. Oh, people. I mean, that's really neat that they're doing it. And yeah, you can see some of the tan lines in the picture. Yeah, kind of, not every woman's going to be a swimsuit model in that, of course.
No, that's the chance you take.
Of course.
But again, this is Ireland, so there's a good chance you could go home. Go home with a 10 and wake up. Go home with a 10 and wake up with a 2. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And not
All
only.
right, Nation, there you go. I got it. So if you, from my location, which is the military district of Washington, you can get there round trip 4 weeks out for $725 into Dublin.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. 4 weeks out. Now you know.
Go find your wife, guys.
Yeah.
Especially if you like that Irish accent.
Mm-hmm. See, and that's on Aer Lingus. So that's actually the national airline there for Ireland, Aer Lingus. So you could probably get drunk on the plane before you even land.
Ooh, nice.
Exactly.
I've had friends that have actually gone over there for vacations, and they have nothing but great things to say about it. So hey, make it a vacation and go see the sights on that particular day. And
That's like, yeah, like all 2,505 of them.
yeah. And if you're drunk, well, who knows what you're going to wake up? Who knows what you're going to wake up to the next day?
Or where?
And ladies, I know you're sitting there going, that is just so mean. Hey, come on. You can't tell me that if you were to go there, you may not, and you may end up drunk and wake up with some one or two yourself.
Yeah. Although I think the ladies have a negative scale of some kind.
You know, I've heard that. I'd hate to see where I show up on that scale personally. I'm an old man. I think at this point I rate it about a 0 or a -1 because of my age.
So, from Tiki, of course, Tiki, I got to look out for the nation. Right?
Exactly.
Tiki says, boobs are boobs.
Exactly. Right on there, Doc.
50 on that one. 50-50.
Oh, and Casey says, Al, that can happen here in America too. You're right. Anything can happen anywhere. The world is getting smaller as we talk.
Yes, it could.
So, on that note, you're up with story 2.
Oh, story 2. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Man claiming neighbor was shooting microwave. Oh my God. Florida strikes again. The headline is man claiming neighbor was shooting microwaves into his brain surrenders after standoff. A Deltona, Florida man peacefully surrendered Tuesday evening after claiming he planted a bomb at the Volusia County Sheriff's Office before barricading himself in his home, deputies said. Deputies said they were called about 6:30 p.m. to a home in North Worthington Drive near Fort Smith Boulevard and Newmark Drive after the anonymous threat was called in. Two suspects surrendered after 2 acid bombs explode near Baldwin Park. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Investigators said they also received photos of a cell phone bomb. Deputies said they saw Nicholas Lucasi. Wow, I'm going to slander that. Lucasi, let's go with that. Lucasi, 52, wearing a backpack as he closed a mailbox and ran into the home, deputies said. When deputies made contact with him, he told them his neighbor had planted a device outside that he was shooting microwaves into his brain, deputies said. Neighboring homes were evacuated and several nearby streets were closed, investigators said. The sheriff's office bomb squad was called to the home. Deputies and bomb squad searched the home but did not find any explosive material. The item he claimed was a bomb was actually an electrical box on a pole, deputies said. He was treated at the scene for tear gas exposure and minor lacerations. He was treated at Halifax Health before being taken to Volusia County Branch Jail on $10,500 bond.
Boy, I sit there and, you know, people sit there and wonder what's wandering out there, and you have to sit there and think, is that my neighbor?
Is that my neighbor?
Oh, Casey wonders, was meth involved? You know, they didn't say.
More than likely.
But it does make you go, Shooting microwaves. I haven't heard that since I've worked on the psych ward. Oh, Lord.
At least it wasn't like chemtrails or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. At least it wasn't the whole chemtrail thing, but microwaves. Wow, that's
microwaves.
Wow, that's an old one. I haven't heard that excuse in a long time. And believe it or not, yes, you actually do hear excuses like that on psychiatric wards. You will hear
Really?
people actually sit there and say, they're shooting microwaves through my heads.
So I'm wearing this tinfoil hat.
And you will actually see them with tinfoil hats. Yes.
Let them have tinfoil?
What?
They were allowed to have tinfoil?
Oh, no, they come in like that.
Oh, they come in like that. Okay.
And you slowly process it to where, that's not part of what you're allowed to wear on here.
Oh. That's good to know.
And if it comes down to it, we say, our psychiatric ward is lined with tinfoil, just so you know.
Does that actually work?
On occasion. Oh, the things that people say. And here's the sad part. And it's sad that I even know this. Okay, and so here we go. Velostat is the replacement for tinfoil.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Velostat is actually used in the lining when you have X-ray machines.
Right.
And it's a very thin material that you can actually put inside hats.
Nice.
And there's actually someone who makes Velostat hats online.
Oh my god. Why not Mylar? Doc. Derek and Mixer.
Why not Mylar? I tell you why not. Mylar is not reflective.
Oh, there you go.
The whole idea is it has to be reflective.
Doc, nobody's saying anything's wrong with them. We're just is picking Al's brain about it.
Oh, this is stuff you'll learn. Yes, people. I worked on psychiatric wards. You learn this stuff. When people say, "Oh, my hat, it has Velostat in it." What's that?
That's awesome.
So you read up on this stuff. You learn. There's a learning curve here.
Iki tape pennies to cardboard win. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I love it. Oh, the creativeness of our audience.
Hey, you know what? You throw them in an empty you throw them in an empty what is that, fucking garage or something, and they'll figure it out.
Yep. But that's the fun of this. I mean, the whole microwaves in the head thing. That had to come up. It had to get out there. Tinfoil hats and all. I mean, yeah.
Oh.
And the thing is, and here's the part that people will actually laugh at. Being that I am a shaman, I actually do understand, in a way, the whole microwave or radio waves in the head thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let you just go with that. I'm not going to get into it.
Okay. Sure.
It's one of those the more you become aware, and this is, believe it or not, and I'll say this, guys who actually go through battle and they actually expand their awareness can expand their awareness to the point where they will swear that they are actually picking up radio waves.
Mm-hmm.
And the question of whether they are or not is not my mind to judge, but as a shaman, I've expanded my awareness to where I can sit there and go, I can kind of empathize on that one. Enough said on that.
Gotcha. Enough said.
Oh, so now that I've made everybody kind of question the host.
Nobody's questioning the host. Wow.
And we'll move on to story number 3. And that one's mine. Look at that, another Florida man story. Florida man breaks into home, steals their alcohol, and poops and then falls asleep on the couch. He was trying to get another bottle of wine open but couldn't find a corkscrew. St. Pete police arrested a man who they say broke into a couple's home and stole bottles of booze. The man was found half-dressed in their backyard, leaving behind empty bottles of wine and beer. He drank a full bottle of champagne, a full bottle of wine, and 3 beers, the homeowner said. Police arrested 53-year-old Breton Holden for burglary. When officers arrived, they found him half-dressed in the backyard with a wine bottle stolen from the home. He was trying to get another bottle of wine open, but couldn't find a corkscrew. Imagine that. His pants were still there. I mean, it was awful. The place was filthy dirty. And apparently he had fallen asleep and slept on the couch. The couple said they woke up a few times in the middle of the night, but never realized someone was inside their home. That's the scary part.
That's creepy.
The couple said they left their door open for their dog to go in and out. Okay. They said they won't do that anymore. No kidding.
New shit.
The homeowner said that's still no invitation for any person to come into your home and do what he did.
Yeah, new shit.
He's out on a $20,000 bond. Okay, now, what lessons have we learned from this?
You can say bond. Just saying.
Okay, people. 1, don't leave your damn door open.
Shit.
Tell your dog to go potty. Train them to go potty before bedtime. And then if you have to get up at 2 in the morning, guess what? You got a dog. That's your responsibility. So take them out. It takes 10 minutes. Because they know what to do. They don't want to be out there. They're like, fuck, I don't want to go. I want to go to bed. So they'll be happy. They will go to the bathroom. They come back in. And you both go back to bed. Think about it, people. That's lesson 1. You want to give them lesson 2?
Your shit, literally. No, it's just one, hide your good shit.
Only you, Grey Cloud. Only you.
Saying, he drank a full bottle of champagne, a full bottle of wine, and 3 beers. Fucking get your shit. Hide your good stuff, and this won't happen to you.
Only you. I wouldn't have thought of that. Only you would have said, hide your good shit.
Well, yeah, you gotta.
I was thinking more of the lines of, okay, awareness says that if you hear something, check it out. Because I almost guarantee, I'm aware enough. My wife, who has not been in the military, is aware enough. Anybody who has ever had kids, even has dogs, they have enough awareness to go, the air has changed. I think someone's in the house, or worse yet, I smell poop.
Smell poop? First of all, hold on. First of all, how refined are you while you're sleeping that you can go, I smell poop, and I should go investigate?
If you're aware, you're aware. You're aware of anything that ain't supposed to be there, especially if you have a dog. Because dogs will poop, and you'll be going, oh crap, did I not let the dog out?
Again, if you are that aware, then more power to you. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, some of us are that aware. At least I am. Okay.
I asked for a second opinion on this.
Okay, yeah, rooms. Second opinion? Anybody out there? Come on. Would you be aware enough? Poll. Would you be aware enough to where if someone came in, went through and got your liquor, got your laid down on your couch, pooped somewhere in your house? And my question is, where the hell was the dog?
Sleeping.
Okay, polls, people. Light the room up. Tell me, would you have woke up? Would you have been aware enough to have gone, the air is wrong?
The air is wrong.
To me, I can't describe it as anything else but other than the air feels different when someone's in the house that isn't supposed to be. That's why I say the air's wrong. Some people say the energy's wrong, and some people just say something's shifted.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a Sergeant Botface has said, would you have been aware enough? You can enter by typing vote. Okay, here we go. And we have Doc saying, dude wouldn't have made it past my front door. Okay, and we have Casey. Yes, in college we woke up to people passed out in our bathtub on a monthly basis. Oh my. I mean, you have to think. People, what drives them? Okay, we have. Okay, so far we have Pookie saying, yes, he would have noticed, and Redleg saying no, he would not. Oh, is that vice versa? That's vice versa. Okay, so Pookie said he wouldn't have noticed, and Redleg said he would have. I mean, come on, people. You have to have some. I'm sorry. I sleep hard. I do sleep hard. I really do. And sometime I'm going to tell you how, but that's not for tonight. But
Okay.
But the whole thing is, I'm still aware enough that when the house, because the minute that door opens, the house pressure changes, and you almost feel it in your eardrums. And that it's kind of like, without the sound, a concussion of a gun. Without the sound, you hear vibration. That's what I hear. I've heard some people say the same thing, and then I'm also being a shaman. I notice energy change. I notice other people's energy, but that's me. So. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to break it down. It is funny, it is weird. The fact that he thought he just sat there and pooped. I'm sorry, I would have, yeah, okay. And the fact that the dog let it go.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's when it's time for for a changing of the guard.
Well,
so
that's
to
where
speak.
you sit there and say, okay, it's time to train the dog, people. Why the hell do you have the dog if the dog ain't doing its job?
Yeah, that's man.
I mean, if you're going to open the door for the dog, you know how I would have trained the dog? I would have trained the dog. I would have put his doggy bed right in front of the door. If you're going to keep that door open for the dog, fine. The doggy sits right there. And that dog will have been taught how to growl and how to bite off body parts. Come on, people. This is too simple.
Apparently, somebody beats you out of bed if anything is heard out of the norm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I jump out of bed when I hear shit. And, my wife is a quick second behind me. She jumps just almost as bad as I do. No, I don't have the bad stuff anywhere more where I go for death, but I'm ready.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's good, I guess.
Okay, enough for we'll leave that one alone for a little while. Let's go on to story 4, and that's yours.
Yeah. So just quick question.
Yes.
Do you sit there and troll like Florida newspapers and Florida websites? Just out of curiosity.
That's my secret.
I'm just asking. Drunk Florida woman crashes car in Publix parking lot, buys more wine. Well, at least she had a plan. A Florida woman is in jail on a driving under the influence charge after police said she bought more wine after crashing in a Publix parking lot Sunday. Lisa Lehman, 50, is facing charges of DUI and hit and run. Is it really running if she goes back into the store to get more wine? I mean, she came back.
No, she hit someone in the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
In the liquor store parking lot.
That's awesome. According to Cape Coral police, a customer came out of the Publix on Cape Coral Parkway to find her parked vehicle damaged. As the victim talked to police at the scene, Lehman arrived, placed a brown bag in her car, and identified herself as the driver of the car. She admitted that she had hit the damaged victim's car. Officers noted that Lehman was having balance issues and smelled of alcohol. EMS checked Lehman and found no medical issues, and officers conducted a DUI investigation during which she failed several sobriety tests, according to a police report. Lehman was arrested and booked into the Lee County Jail. A search of her vehicle revealed an empty Chardonnay bottle under her seat. and the brown bag contained a bottle of Moscato she had just purchased from Publix.
You gotta love it, right?
Oh.
I mean, it's bad enough she hit someone's vehicle in the parking lot. Okay? Now, she walked away, which is hit and run, to do what?
To get another bottle.
To go get another bottle.
I mean, oh my God, it's awesome.
You can't make this stuff up, people.
No, apparently not.
Oh, I love it. Excuse me. I picture the policeman's face as he's standing there going, really?
First of all, you came back.
And you're carrying liquor in your hand. And you identify your car, which they didn't. I mean, she walked off, came back. She identified herself as the person who did it. There's open bottles in the car. She's got a bottle in her hand.
Yeah, and she puts that bottle in the car to make it more gooder, right?
Right.
And then she's like, "Man, yeah, this is me. Don't worry about it."
And you just have to sit there wondering, did she at any point sit there and say, "No, I haven't been drinking, officer"?
No, she probably didn't.
You just have to wonder what the conversation was. I mean, they give you the outline of the silliness of it, but you have to sit there, and that's one I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for.
But again, why show up? Why not just kind of play it off and let them look for your vehicle? Just kind of hang out in the Publix, right? Or walk home at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, no, officer, I haven't been drinking.
Just start walking. You already have your ID and your keys. Just walk.
Well, you got to think, if it was her vehicle, they're going to find her no matter what.
That's great. She's walking at that point.
True.
She's nowhere near her vehicle. By the time she gets home, she'd probably be sober, maybe. Or by the time they found her, she'd be sober.
I don't know. A bottle of wine, a bottle of champagne, and 3 cans of beer.
Hold on. You are in the wrong story, my friend.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Uh-oh. Did I? Oh, you're right. I am wrong.
You are in the wrong story.
Okay, that's me. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And with the bottle of champagne, the bottle of wine, and 3 beers.
Okay. So no, I mean, come on, people. This is hilarious. I mean,
this is Chardonnay lady.
This is Chardonnay. Yeah, right. It's the wine lady.
Wine lady.
And then the real question comes up. Rhythmic phenom. Yes, we can read that. Okay, she wrecks in the liquor parking lot. That should have been her first indication she may need to stop drinking at the time. Just saying. I mean, you're driving into a parking lot and you wreck, and that vehicle more than likely was sitting.
Mm-hmm.
So you just wrecked a vehicle and you're sitting there going, I need another wine.
Well, let's face it. That's some good logic. Like, well, this is going to end badly. I would have just came out of it and tried opening the bottle. I mean, they make screw top wine bottles now, right?
That's true.
So if you know you're going to go down, just walk out of the parking lot, out of the store, and crack it open. Start swinging it on the way over there.
Yeah, if you know you're going down, what the hell? Oh, people. Just that really puts my faith in humanity. Oh, you gotta love it. You just gotta love it. Oh. Okay, I'm moving on. We're going on to story 5. Here's another one up the alley of DUIs. Villager arrested last year in golf cart DUI lands back behind bars. A villager arrested last year in golf cart DUI has landed back behind bars. Steve Stacy Leitner, 68, of the village of Country Club Hills, was booked Wednesday morning at the Sumter County Detention Center after violating his probation. He was being held without bond. He had driven up this past March to the gate on Cazares Avenue, where he was spotted by a gate attendant who suspected Leitner had been drinking. When a Sumter County Sheriff's deputy arrived to investigate, he discovered that Leitner's driver's license had been permanently revoked in 1997.
Wow.
For multiple DUI convictions. Leitner also had liquor in a wine glass in the cup holder of the golf cart. While attempting to perform field sobriety exercises, Leitner became frustrated and told a deputy, "Take me in." He provided breath samples that registered .182 and .174 blood alcohol content. Wow.
That's impressive on a golf cart. I mean, holy shit.
All right, people. Public service announcement. Driving is driving, even if it's a golf cart. If you have not watched Cops or Police Live, do so. There are people that get arrested for riding lawnmowers on the road, claiming, I'm not driving my car.
Yeah.
God. And suspended since 1997. Oh my.
Yeah. Permanently revoked. Not suspended. Permanently revoked.
That's not good.
Just take me. He's like, yeah, I'm done. Take me in.
I mean, at least he was honest about that.
Yeah. Just take me in.
Oh my people, that's hilarious. And I mean, I bring stories, or I should say, Kicking a Cause. We bring stories like this forward. One, for some hilarity, but two, to make you go, what's out there, and what reason do I not want to be driving late at night?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a golf cart, most vehicles will win that battle, but do you really don't want to deal with that kind of damage?
Well, here's the thing. I know these kind of places. They're actually enclosed. You would actually like it because they're actually enclosed, gated communities with their own private golf courses.
That sounds like a win for me.
And they're most people, that's how they get around. You'll see them decked out in these golf carts that cost $30,000, $40,000, $50,000.
Man, that thing better have a fucking V8 in it if it's $30,000 or $40,000.
Oh, they have everything. I've seen some of these things. They're outrageous. I mean, they look like limos. Some of them even have AC in them.
What? You don't need AC in a golf cart?
Hey, you're talking, where it depends. Maybe you're in Florida. Maybe you're in Texas. Who knows?
Hold on. How far are you going in a golf cart that you need AC?
Hey, it's a gated community. You never know. And if you're on the golf course, why not?
That's just terrible.
I don't make the rules up. I just bring them out. Well, people, it is getting close to the hour, and we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We will be back in about 10 minutes. So enjoy some music and shots.
Shots.
Yeah. Every morning seems just the same old routine. Blowing trees, writing these bars, line after line, mining for a diamond, but a dime is what I find. Hiding from the truth by simply coasting through these hard times with green, even though I'm feeling blue. But I gotta face the facts, girl, you know that it's true. And maybe what I'm supposed to do is not to get so close to you. But these days the only things that seem great are fading away, and the only time I feel home is when I'm alone or far away. But the road call says the wind blows 10 missed calls on my flip phone, so it stays closed. Staring out my window while my mind slowly goes off into my headphones, hoping that the dough will be worth it for the show, but who knows? Yeah, let's go and roll it up, blow it all away. No sense in growing up, we laugh like kids all day, and there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change. No, we're never gonna change. Man, day after day, it's just the same old thing. Working class life, and yes, it surely will bring a food to the table and a roof when it rains. But for the most part, you're just doing the same thing, a part of a machine with the ball and a chain. You try to be happy, yet all you feel is pain. It's a shame to use your brain and know that someone never changed. But if insanity's the game, then you can take my hand and play. Life has a rhythm that I ride to, and you can come along if you would like to. And I can show you what it's like to walk in my shoes, to learn how to love just like I do. Look me in the eye and you will find truth. I'm testifying to the lying in my mic booth. And you're hating on me cause I ain't like you, and I ain't like you. Yeah, let's go and roll it up, blow it all away. No sense in growing up, we laugh like kids all day, and there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change. No, we're never gonna change. Yo, my life is like a movie that nobody's producing. I write the music but nobody is moving, cause don't nobody care, and everyone's confused till the characters change and never reaching a conclusion. And I don't know if I'll make it to the end, cause all I know is Cause after we begin, the wind shifts us in many different directions. Like the pen lifts up off the paper, disconnected from anything we can feel, hear, and see. And the words that I write mean something more than just to me. It's amazing that we've all grown accustomed to change, cause we can rearrange a pattern that's always been ingrained. They want us to grow up and stop acting how we want. But if you tell me I can't do something, I'll make sure it gets done. Yeah, let's go and roll it up, blow it all away. No sense in growing up, we laugh like kids all day. And there's nothing you can say that will ever make us change, no. We're never gonna change.
Side note, I hope you're capable of showing no sympathy to me, cause this pain's unfadable. I took that man's life with my own eyes and seen him die with my own hand. Situations you or I, involuntary suicide. For the mission, lost my wife, cause my mind's a blurry vision. Fuck it, who am I? Millions some people die cause of fucking religion. Fuck yo, got fucked the flock, and most of all, motherfuckers children. That blast blew me on my ass, I cried as women and babies were burning. Individual livelihood surviving through those people hurting. I gave my life to pay the price and say goodnight to the nightmares that haunt me till the day my soul has lost its light.
Improving, mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need, and like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Okay, and we're back.
Woohoo!
We had a small technical difficulty. Hopefully that took care of it. We had to do a reset. So hopefully you came back to join us. And if you did, welcome, and welcome, welcome. We're into our second hour. Excuse me. And this is Kicking It With Cause. Tonight it is Al and Gray Cloud standing in for Cause as he goes and takes a vacation and redoes his house. So, good stuff. Oh, and ladies, he is single. Mom and Spanky are taking applications. Let's surprise him. Come on, ladies. I know there's a bunch of you out there.
No. That's not a surprise you want to get.
Meh. Oh, and we're back in the second hour. And, we just got done having a great holiday. 4th of July, remembering the independence of our country, had fireworks. Hopefully none of you lost fingers. I haven't heard any reports of any of the staff losing any fingers or toes, which is a good thing.
Yeah. No, it was really awesome. Oh. So I surprised my kiddos for the 4th, right? And the location I was at with them, I was able to get like real fireworks, like fireworks I haven't had in fucking forever.
Oh, that had to have been fun.
It was awesome. So, and they had some good stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I actually bought one of the large package of mortars.
Oh.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, it was pretty fucking awesome. Let's see here. So I did that for them. They thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, I bet you were the best dad ever for that.
Wow, it's like ahead of ourselves. But no, they thought that was really cool, and so I got them some stuff too. The traditional like smoke bombs, and So you remember those little the snap? I guess they were called snappers. I guess when I was growing up.
Oh yeah, you throw them down.
Yeah, throw them down. Right, they're kind of weak, because they're in the paper and.
Oh yeah.
So I found something a little more awesomer that the place was selling, and they had a little more pop to them than the traditional little snappers.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking like some good pop, and you had to throw them a little harder than you did the original snappers and whatever.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But man, these things it was good, because my oldest boy whipped one, and it went off near my daughter, and it kind of caught her in the shins.
Ooh.
it just, man, nothing terrible, nothing bad, but she goes, "Ow, that hurts," and little girl things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, be more careful when you're throwing them. So I was waiting for something to ensue a little bit later, but I think that'll happen when they're a little older. When they start whipping them at each other.
Yeah, the whole bottle rocket thing, or the Roman candle thing.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, I did not find any bottle rockets at that location.
Huh.
But what I did have, and I haven't had these forever, are black cats. The actual black cat firecrackers. Yeah. I haven't had them in forever either. And that was awesome to set off. Huh. And it came in, see here, it was a pack of 150, 300, and I didn't get the smaller one. But I lit off the pack of 300.
Oh.
That's a lot of firecrackers that went off. But it was going so well that they would, like one would go off and it would separate one that was lit from the bundle, I guess.
Yeah.
Flying through the air and exploding in the air. So that was kind of cool. And then they started getting a little closer because they were getting some height to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had everybody back up a little bit, just to make sure we're all right.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Dude, it was awesome. Yeah. Sorry. So
that's okay.
But yes, no damage to fingers or toes.
Technical difficulties go back and forth here and there, so I apologize if I'm looking down. I had to ask a quick question of someone. No,
it's fine.
Hey, it is what it is. But no, I agree. Everything is fun for kids, and everybody, we all learn what we learn. I wish I could have done some. I enjoy the heck out of doing that stuff. They just don't allow it in my county. Kind of sucks. But that's why I go out to the lake.
Yeah. And you see a pretty awesome show, I guess.
Hold on for a second. I'm not meaning to...
You're good.
I'm trying to figure out... He asked me...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I'm trying to figure out where he means, because I don't even know where that is. Do you know where that is?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right, guys. You're going to have to... all right. Put up with me for just a second. Y'all can have a good laugh on me. Okay.
I'll read a story.
Well, yeah, you know what? Let's go to a story, and they can explain it through while I'm going. Hold on, I got to pull up, and we are on story 6.
It should be 6, yep. Okay, here we go. Right, no pick budget surplus results in $68 checks for thousands in town. What the fuck? Pennsylvania Township, with more money than it anticipated from increased property tax collection, has decided to give the dividends to residents. Middletown Township in Langhorne sent 14,361 checks for $68 each to all owners of properties with structures on them. Efforts to keep town expenses down while increasing delinquent tax collection led to more money than anticipated in the general fund. The Township Board of Supervisors decided to divide the $1 million portion of the surplus evenly among property owners. Board of Supervisors Chairwoman Amy Strauss tells the Bucks County Courier-Times it's irresponsible for a township to hang on to that level of funding when it has the opportunity to help people out a little. Strauss says residents feel as though they pay too much in taxes. $68 is not going to do much for anybody that goes back. And two, you have $1 million in the surplus. Why not use that for something constructive in your township, if that's what it is out there? For improvements that might be needed. I don't get it. Why would you sacrifice those funds to try and make a feel good from the government, right? Because it's $68. It would have been that collective $1 million would have been better spent on something the whole community could benefit from. Whether it be an improvement somewhere where buying more Narcan. That's awesome. Well, if that is a Ross, is that an actual issue in your location? Because if it is, then yes, buy more Narcan. But if it's not, then use it for something constructive, right? Or have some kind of festival for your community there. But to divide it up, to provide that $1 million surplus up and send out $68 to everybody, is not a good use of those funds. Okay, if people think they are paying too much in taxes, well, they can take that to the polls and vote those assholes out that raise the property taxes. But we're not going to go into that because that's not what tonight is about.
No.
Because I'll save that for later. But no, I mean, I really think that would have been a better use of the funds.
So I agree. They could have had a surplus. They could have actually put it in a trust and actually started working to where that surplus would make it its own interest and fund things.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's go back. You go back and say, you could have done something for the community, whether it be, improvements on a road or somewhere else, a park or something. Well, or is it a festival of some kind?
Well, yeah, that's nice. The reason I think this way is because a lot of communities or a lot of states used to have it to where they were actually proud of their surpluses and the fact that they had a rainy day fund.
Yep. And
the fact that a community, not a state, a community could have had a rainy day fund. I mean, so someone sits there and say, "Hey, we've got some potholes." Well, the pothole fund's gone, but you know what? We have a rainy day fund.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, just simple common sense, people. Yeah, I agree. It's nice to be able to give $68 back, but $68 does not go very far. Whereas a rainy day fund, that would have gone quite a ways.
Right. Again, the collective $1 million surplus versus 14,000 individuals having $68 in their pocket.
Yeah, I mean,
that's almost a no-brainer at that point.
Yeah, you would think anyway. But maybe this is the election year, and they wanted to sit there and go, "Hey guys, look what I did for you."
And that's that's part of the thought process I've got.
Yeah.
And we'll see. I mean, that's all we can do, right? And
exactly.
That's the part of what it is and whatnot. So yeah, it's frustrating that this is what everybody thinks of rather than 2 or 3 steps down the road on what can actually happen.
And here is your public service announcement. People, don't be like some of these states and some of these cities where they use their money the minute they get it rather than putting something away for a rainy day. Rainy day funds are smart. They mean that, as it builds, you can say, okay, I can put this aside and I've got a little bit extra. I can go get something and have cash rather than a credit card. It always feels good to know you have it there. That's my public service witness. Can't even talk. That's my public service announcement for tonight.
Sorry, I'm laughing at an exchange between Kerry Kane and Heath Marlowe, referencing Joe Dirt.
Oh.
Husker do's, Husker don'ts, with or without the scooter stick.
Keep it going, guys. Keep it going.
Well, that's your problem.
And for those of you that might have noticed, yes, I changed shirts. I have to turn off all my fans. And see, it was 90 degrees out today, and I can't have any air conditioner going, or you get to hear that. So I had to turn off all my fans, and my last shirt was soaked. Mm-hmm. Just so you know, I don't change shirts just willy-nilly to show off my sense of style.
Wow. Nobody's questioning your sense of style at your age.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
All right. I get it. All right, on to next story. We are at... Here's a public service announcement. When smelling chlorine at a swimming pool is a bad sign, and what that chemical smell actually is. Turns out that it's not chlorine you can smell at all. Chlorine is one of those smells that is instantly recognizable. Just a whiff of it can conjure up fond or not so fond childhood memories of swimming lessons in gala days. A sudden blast... Did they actually say gala? Jeez. Anyway, a sudden blast of chlorine may also remind you that you should probably give your house a quick clean. But it remains that chlorine and swimming pools are forever linked in our minds and noses. But the strong chemical smell isn't all it's cracked up to be. In fact, it indicates some real nasties lurking in the water. Experts at the Water Quality and Health Council, U.S. Departments for Disease Control and Prevention, and the NSPF, boy, lots of initials there, said properly treated swimming pools do not have a strong chemical smell. Instead, when chlorine in pool water combines with urine, feces, sweat, and dirt from swimmers' bodies, the mixture produces chemical irritants called chloramines. It's the chloramines that give off the familiar odor, which in fact use up chlorine and cause eyes to sting and go red, all of which means there's not much in the way of protection for germs. It's understandable why most people think that a chemical smell means there is too much chlorine in the pool, but the truth could be the opposite. To help prevent chloramines from forming where you swim, shower before swimming and take little swimmers on regular bathroom breaks.
Just pee in the pool.
I think the idea is not to pee in the pool.
Right.
I brought this up because it is summer now, people. And you will sit there and you'll think, oh, the smell of chlorine, it must be the over-chlorinated or something. No, that actually means that the chlorine is being used. And that actually means that you got a bunch of little ones peeing and, Lord help, pooping.
Wow, thanks for that visual.
There you go. Hey, come on. What is it? Back in Caddyshack where everybody, oh no, poop, and they all jump out and the guy grabs it and sniffs it and takes a big bite and sure enough it was just a candy bar. Yes, that dates me a little. But no, you have to think about things like that, and that's the reason I'm bringing it out, is if your eyes are stinging, quite honestly, that's not because of the chlorine.
somebody peed in your eyes.
Basically, you have pee in your eyes, and you may want to think about going, and they sell them at the commissary and everywhere else, these little droppers, and I'm not talking Clear Eyes, I'm talking little things that actually are just pH balanced water for your eyes to clear out the pee. You may be laughing at this and going, God, what is this guy thinking? But if you get enough, if you think about it, if it starts in the starts in the middle of the day or even at the beginning of your day when you're swimming, and you keep doing this, and you have kids doing this, think about this. Pink eye comes around real easy. And how many of us remember kids getting pink eye all the time? And who knows where it came from? Just saying. Think about that. So something to think about. And also, like they said, if you're not just you, if you've got kids with you, do everybody a favor, take them to the bathroom. And we know kids, when they're in water, they want to pee every 15 minutes to half an hour. Yeah, that's inconvenient, but it's either that or wear their pee.
Sure, let's go with that.
I'm good for visuals. Why not, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, and and if I'm looking around, it's because I'm looking at all the chats, just trying to see if anybody has anything fun to say about my comments. Because I know I'm such a colorful person.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Excuse me. So, just something for you to think about, people. Down the line, if you have kids and they're young, come on, you know their habits. And if you have kids that are maybe from 6 years old on up, you still know that they're going, they see water, they feel the urge to pee. Even adults, come on, you hear dripping water, you're going, do I need to go to the bathroom?
Sure, you can think that. That's
all right. Yeah, let's not make the old man jokes.
I did not say a word.
You gave it away with just the
It's not like I was asking if you got a fresh Depends on or anything. I mean, we can go there if you like. I'm just saying.
I don't have to worry about such things. And I'm assured this by my doctor.
From your last complete physical?
Oh, yeah. Let's not go there because they did. Alrighty then. And we're on to, and it's yours, story number 9.
Hooray! Oh my lord. Alabama woman's 50-pound weight gain turns out to be a massive ovarian cyst. See, this is a Mink story. This got Minks written all over it. Once, Kayla Rahan of Montgomery, Alabama, had unexplained stomach pain and was able to lose weight. The situation was taking a toll on her life and well-being. I couldn't even walk to my car without losing my breath, she recalled to NBC 12, adding that she was once asked if she was pregnant with twins. Wow. Michigan has the largest concentration of mechanical industrial engineers and the most mobility-related. Wow. Why is that in the middle of the story here?
Ooh, sorry about that.
Yeah. Here we go. Sorry. In May, Ron finally got the answer to her mysterious medical condition. After her mother took her to the emergency department at Jackson Hospital, doctors informed the 30-year-old that she had a massive cyst in one of her ovaries.
Wow.
I do remember telling my mom and busting out crying that they were going to fix it. Ryan said in a news release sent to Fox News via email. Doctors removed the growth on May 26th, just one day after the cyst was discovered. This is one of the largest I've ever seen, or certainly removed, Dr. Gregory Jones, one of Rahan's surgeons, said in a statement. The growth weighed in at 50 pounds.
That's bigger than a baby.
Well, yeah, seeing as how a baby's like, I don't know.
Normal is between 7
6
and 10.
Yeah, maybe 6 to 10s. Let's see here. Ron told Fox News on Thursday that she never expected a cyst to be the root of her medical issue. I kept thinking it was weight, she said. Since the cyst was removed, Ron told the hospital that she feels as though a huge burden has been lifted. No shit.
Yeah, no shit, right?
You literally had 50 pounds removed from you in a single swoop. As soon as I got home and was able to move a little, I tried every shirt I had on, and it was awesome. She said, this dress I have on, I actually have not been able to wear in a year.
Okay, people, and I'm going to say this to you, ladies. If it don't make sense and you're putting on weight, there may be a problem.
A little bit.
50 pounds. Come on. Oh. Ouch.
That's a yeah.
Yeah, right?
50 pounds.
You looked at that picture and I mean, come on.
Hold on. Let's put this in perspective, okay? 50 pounds, everybody's like, oh, this and that, whatever. If you have a full, like a large breed dog, okay? Yeah. Their dog food comes in 40-pound bags.
Yeah.
Think about that. And that's the type of weight we're talking about here.
I mean, look at that. That thing is humongous. Yeah, God says, what did she name it? Oh, that's funny. Oh, people. Oh, and quick. If you like the song, there's a guy running in one of the chats called Luke Humphrey. The first song that went on. I'm not trying to plug him, but he's the guy who sang it. I just letting y'all know he's actually in there. Give him a shout out. Back to the story. Yeah, people, come on. I can sit there and say, oh, I don't I hear women always sitting there saying, oh, I've put on a little bit weight and I don't know what I've done. Well, when you sit there and you put on that much weight, here's your sign.
Ain't no shit.
And people, when you start putting on and it's uncomfortable, go see a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure all they would have had to done is run an ultrasound.
Yep.
And how could they miss this?
Can you imagine going into work the next day?
Oh, no kidding, right?
You leave work on a Thursday. Go have surgery on Friday. Come back to work on Tuesday morning. Like, yeah. Is there something different about you?
Yeah, right. I mean,
your hair did.
You can move differently. You could do things. You're not going. Oh, yeah, you're feeling better. Oh, and there are people, and I have to say this. There are people out there who have to pop things, and we know one of them. Yeah, I'm sure they're sitting there going, I just have to cut it open.
That's why that would be Minx's article.
Right? I thought of her going, I could see her looking at going, I know, bad thoughts, gross thoughts, but it is what it is.
Terrible.
Oh, people. Again, public service announcement. If you don't feel good, go in and get it checked and be persistent. Be your own advocate. All this, I mean, come on, 50-pound cyst. All this lady would have had to done is point at it and said, do something. Their first point of attack is normally an ultrasound, and they would have seen that sucker.
Well, yeah, 50 pounds, it'd be hard to miss.
So you have to sit there and go, all she would have had to done was go in, and she let that go on for how long? Oh, come on, people.
Apparently a hot minute.
So, just things to say. Oh, Kaz says, how long had it been since the hooker went to see her doctor? There you go. That's Minx. Oh, people. Yeah. So that was my public service announcement for the night, and something for y'all to think about. Now comes a more fun story, and this one I'm reading. Nut-rich diets improve sperm count and power, study says. The research comes amid a general decline in the quantity and quality of sperm that men are producing. Nut-rich diets produce a higher sperm count and more powerful swimmers, according to a new study. Scientists made the claim after conducting a randomized trial which measured conventional semen parameters and molecular changes over 14 weeks. The clinical trial found better sperm in the healthy young men aged 18 to 35 who supplemented their usual Western-style diet with 60 grams a day of mixed amounts of almonds, hazelnuts, and walnuts. The researchers say the findings support a beneficial role for chronic nut consumption in sperm quality and reflect the value of further male-specific dietary recommendations. The study was presented by Dr. Albert Salas Huatos from the Human Nutrition Unit of the Rovira Virgili University in Spain. Dr. Albert said the study was performed amid a general decline in the quantity and quality of sperm that men are producing. In industrialized countries, this has been attributed to pollution, smoking, and trends toward a Western-style diet. Random dietary assignments in the study found that subjects randomized the nut group had significant improvements in their sperm. The findings are consistent with improvements in other recent studies, reporting that diets rich in omega-3, antioxidants, and folate produce better sperm. Nuts are dense foods containing many of these nutrients and other phytochemicals. Although results from the randomized trial are statistically significant with a high level of scientific evidence, the doctor warned that results couldn't be more extrapolated to the general population. Doctor said he couldn't advise nut supplements for men attempting to conceive based solely on the results of this study. He added, but evidence is accumulating in the literature that health lifestyle changes such as following a healthy diet pattern might help conception, and of course, nuts are a key component of the Mediterranean healthy diet. This has been a public service announcement for those of you that want to procreate. Okay. So, if you are trying to get pregnant, it is time to
feed your man some nuts.
Feed your man some instead of the opposite. Just say it. I'm sorry, it was there. I had to say it. So, if you want your sperm count to go up, they're saying omega-3s, which nuts are very high in, especially those that were mentioned. So, ladies, if you can't get your man to take his daily dose of omega-3 supplement, feed him some nuts. Instead of him feeding you nuts.
Wow.
Oh my. Life moves fun here.
Sure, let's go with that.
Hey, you have to admit that, I mean, that definitely is an interesting way of thinking, because who would have thunk it? Or what? I mean, they have said that because of the industrialized nations, the more that we become more industrialized, men's sperm count has gone down over the last, and I've actually read the studies. They said it started as much as 20 years ago. The quality and quantity of sperm count has gone down in men in Western or industrialized civilization. So to actually starting to figure out what could counteract this is interesting, because how many people go to those fertility clinics, and the guys sit there and say, "Oh, your swimmers are like horrible numbers." Well, they're saying after even just 12 or 16 weeks, the numbers went up.
Yeah.
So hey, something to think about, folks. Pass it along.
Mm-hmm. Careful how you phrase it, because, man, you need to start chowing some nuts. Just sounds terrible. Unless you're in San Francisco, that might roll over real well.
Oh, baby, have some nuts. Oh, life is fun. Gotta laugh at it, people. If you don't laugh, you cry or you kill someone.
Wow. Yeah, I got nothing for that. Holy shit.
You gotta laugh at it, because truthfully, there's a lot of weirdness out there, and if you let it get to you, all you can do is get sad and become one of them. And the idea is not to become one of them. Be one of us. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Anyway, so my public service announcement is nuts. Eat them. Anyways, on we go to story, and this one is yours.
World Cup host city encouraged to save water for fans, told to shower in Paris. One of the upsides to hosting the World Cup is the hordes of international tourists and their bulging wallets that will inevitably descend on a city. One of the downsides is those tourists' desires to wash off the sweat stress of watching their favorite teams compete in the tournament in the sweltering heat. At least it's become a problem in the Russian city of Samara, where the public utility company is urging local residents to forego solo cleanup sessions in favor of couple showering to save water for visiting fans. The Moscow Times reported. Thousands of the city's visitors who also consume water are contributing to the increase. Samara Communal Systems wrote in a press release on Wednesday, the newspaper reported. Authorities explained that they have ramped up the water supply by 10% as a result of the recent rush of fans and an ongoing heat wave, according to the Associated Press. The surge has also caused the water pressure to drop in some neighborhoods. In an effort to provide a constructive solution, the company encouraged residents to save water by taking showers in pairs. Oh, that must be a typo earlier. Or no, I just misread it. Yep, I misread it. Sorry, pairs. My apologies. Adding the cheeky smiley face to the end of the message. The press release was issued in advance of another wave of World Cup fans expected to flood the city on Saturday when England faces Sweden in the quarterfinals. Obviously, that's already happened. and England is moving on.
I have one thing to say to that.
Yes.
Nuts. Nuts.
Yes.
Notice how I led into that. I can't imagine being told by the city, okay, people, we're just going to have to bite the bullet here, and you're going to have to take showers in pairs here. Yes. Darn. Now the real kicker is, do we go back and do a survey of the hospitals in 9 months?
Sure, if you want.
To find out what the birth rate was. Did the birth rate go up? All of a sudden, for a week, they all came in the same time. It's like they were all conceived during the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you have to admit that is kind of cute. I mean, can you imagine where you're living, where they sit there and say, we're going to host the World Cup here, and by golly, people... Oh, Kaz says you're assuming that these are co-ed showers.
Kaz has a point.
Yeah, you're right. Well, hey, do you have one person in one apartment, one person in the other apartment? I'll bite the bullet. Darn it! I'll go over to my next door neighbor who's a hottie and go shower with her.
Wow, yeah. So that's a good point, guys. It is Russia. 1, 2. They could dictate that you shower with your neighbor. Bob and Phil could get screwed.
This is true.
It is Russia.
Come here, comrade. You're looking mighty fine in them their jeans.
Wow. 1, I don't even think that's close to a Russian accent.
No, that's the Mr. T.
Again, not Russian.
Not Russian. You're right. Excuse me. Excuse me. You just have to laugh at the world and enjoy it. And that's definitely, I could not imagine my city going, okay, people, we're having a short, although, thinking about it, I'm surprised this hasn't come up in California.
Well, see, now that you said it on air, somebody's going to hear it, and it could happen.
You never know. We may start a trend here. Hey, California, you want to lower your water problems? There you go. Pears.
And still limited to 55 gallons a day.
Yep.
Or whatever it is.
Well, that just means you have to make sure to help each other scrub quick. There are so many ways to do that. Oh, gotta love the day. It's a wonderful summer. We had our 4th of July. We gotta find happiness. And what the heck? Let's have some fun by talking about people being told they have to shower in pairs. And I like I say, all I have to say to that is nuts.
Wow, you're just not going to let this one die, are you?
I love it. All right, people. Moving on. This one is my story. All right. Red meat allergies caused by tick bites are on the rise. Tick bites can cause all sorts of nasty afflictions. And if you're bitten by a Lone Star tick, here's one more to add to the list. A red meat allergy. Laura Sterling, 51 years old, a realtor who lives in Severna Park, Maryland, was diagnosed with the allergy last year. she got a tick bite while walking on a trail with her dog, Gunner, near her home. I found the tick 3 or 4 inches to the left of my hip bone, Sterling recalls, at the time. I just took it off and threw it away. Then 3 weeks later, after she ate an Italian-style pork sausage for dinner, she had a horrible reaction. The reaction began after 6 hours after her meal, which is typical of this allergy. It was the middle of the night. I woke up covered in hives, Sterling recalls. She woke her husband with all her itching and scratching. She felt lightheaded and she experienced stomach aches and other gastrointestinal troubles. Goody. An allergist gave her a blood test to check for an alpha-gal meat allergy. When the test came back positive, she was told to avoid all red meat, including beef, pork, and lamb. Despite a long-running campaign marketing it as the other white meat, pork is classified as a red meat. Some people who develop the allergy can no longer tolerate dairy products either. Sterling said, I thought it was completely crazy because I've eaten dairy and red meat all my life, she says, but quickly realized the diagnosis was spot on. Meat and dairy did trigger her symptoms. Her story is really interesting, Dr. Commons, an allergist and associate professor of medicine, said. He says it is an allergy or meat allergy, but about 15 to 20% of patients with the alpha-gal allergy also report getting symptoms from dairy, especially high-fat dairy, such as ice cream. About 10 years ago, Commons was among the first physicians to identify the allergy in patients with tick bites. Back then, there was just a few dozen known cases. That has increased dramatically. We're confident the number is over 5,000 cases now. And that's in the U.S. alone. There are also cases in Sweden, Germany, and Australia, likely linked to other species of ticks. And you see the map in front of you. That's where they're known to have the Lone Star tick. I wanted to make sure to post that because if you live in those areas, be mindful that just because it's a tick, you may think nothing of it and pull it off, but you could actually end up with this allergy. So, one more public service announcement for you. The Lone Star tick can cause you a red meat allergy and a dairy allergy. So, be careful out there, folks. A tick is a tick isn't true. If you get bit by a tick, you can develop. So be careful if you've gotten bit by ticks, you can develop a red meat allergy. And that sticks around for the rest of your life. You don't outgrow those things.
All I know is I'd be popping like 4 or 5 Benadryl before I went and had a steak dinner.
Right?
Just saying.
Well, I mean, and it's sad because if you think about it, like you said, that's even pork because it is a red meat.
Yep.
So you're being all these things that you can no longer have. It's horrible, and I personally, oh, here we go. Pookie says he finds Lone Stars all the time. They are black with white dots, and that's on the East Coast. So yeah, be careful. Be mindful. If you can, and I'm just saying this, if you pull the tick off, put it in a case, get it identified, because if you're smart, and if you could say, hey, is this a Lone Star tick? And if they say yes, then be a little mindful of what you eat. You may have just received the problem of that allergy, and you won't have to learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Just food for thought, something to put out there. I try to be fun in games here, but sometimes I like to put good public service knowledge out there and something for health benefit. And this is definitely something for health benefit. And while I say that, I have one word to say. Nuts.
Oh
okay.
My God.
Oh, I had to say it. It's just, it's to me, that is just too much fun. Encourage your man to eat nuts tonight. And with that, people, it is time to start house cleaning. And I will let Mr. Grey Cloud start that up.
Alrighty. Nation, as you know, we have a show almost every night of the week. We'll start with tonight, and that's Kicking with Cause here on Sunday evenings. Cause is on vacation, so it's myself, Grey Cloud, and co-host Owl tonight. Tomorrow is the Monday edition with Ice and Flash. And they are covering all things main page and current events. So tune into that and see what's going on. And then Tuesday is Tied Up Tuesdays with myself and my lovely co-host Minx. And we are talking all things current events. And though it usually gets a little heated, maybe even a rant or two. So we'll see what happens on Tuesday. Wednesday is our Donza, and we don't have a show, but usually you can find us playing video games and whatnot on the Xbox, and or you can follow the gaming page as well.
And that's a fun night, trust me.
And it is a fun night. And then Thursdays is Sergeant's Time with Ice, and that is all things active duty and those items that are affecting the force. Friday is Friday Night Freedom, and that's with Minx and Pookie, again, covering current events and things that are going on in the world and things that affect us as the nation. Saturday is Saturday Night Savagery, and that's with Jay Reddy and Pookie. And that is just a show you have to tune into and experience for yourself because reasons.
Oh, and Velastat hats on.
Oh, yeah. Velastat hats on for that one.
And Kaz is supposed to be back next week. We're not sure yet. He's, because of some people not owning up to their helping him out, it may not happen, but we'll see.
Well, let's hope so.
And then on our calendar, you want to do that?
I got it. So, Nation, and we do have some upcoming guests. Our next guest is on 10 July, Tuesday. That's that's Tied Up Tuesday with myself and Minx. Patrick Montgomery from the KC Cattle Company. Army Ranger veteran Patrick Montgomery will be on the show to talk about his business, KC Cattle Company, as a former member of the 1st Battalion. Patrick looks to bring the lessons learned through sweat, blood, and hardship during his time in the military to practice his practices in agriculture. Specifically, he looks to raise quality beef for the very same people and communities he once served as a ranger. So that'd be a good show.
Yeah.
Our next one, Thursday, winners of the Sullivan Cup. The winners of the Sullivan Cup will be on to talk about the competition and what they did to win it. The Sullivan Cup competition is a physically and mentally demanding event that rigorously tests soldiers' competence and determination and tank crew skills. The 2018 Cup began on April 30th, 2018, and ended on May 4th, 2018. And then on Saturday, Dustin Hayden from the Sunday Sauce. The Sunday Sauce started with some friends in 2017. We challenged each other to eat various hot wings, and then we decided let's get some different sauces and try them out. Him being a video guy decided, why don't we film it and share out our experience with others? That is right up that's right up Jay Reddy and Pookie's alley, I think. Lord only knows that Jay Reddy will be looking for some of those sauces that they're going to be talking about, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It sounds like a good lineup. Please,
it should be a good lineup.
Please remember, we're on all but Wednesdays, and again, Wednesdays are gaming nights. Go to our main page, give us a like. Check out our sponsors. I don't have the list in front of me, but I know one of them is War Horses for Veterans, and the other one is the Veterans radio station, terrestrial radio station that we work with. And from there, I can't think of anything else. So from there, let's take it away with some music as we go off, and shots.
Shots Nation, enjoy your week.